According to Oscar, this whole thing was a terrible mistake. He and Reeva had gone to bed around 10 p.m. the evening prior. The air conditioning in the home wasn't working, so Oscar had placed 2 fans in the doorway to the balcony, hoping to bring in some relief, some cool air into the room. He said he usually sleeps on the right side of the bed, but because of an old shoulder injury, that night he was on the left. On his side of the bed, Oscar had left his iPad and prosthetic legs. On Reeva's side, her bag and sandals were scattered across the floor. Oscar said he woke up in the early hours of the morning because the room was really hot and humid. It was around 3 a.m. Reeva, who was also awake, asked him, "You can't sleep, Bubba?" He said he rose from the bed, his prosthetics left behind, and he moved the fans from the balcony doorway to inside the room to cool it down. He pulled the curtains tightly shut to block out the slim strip of light that was creeping through. That's when he said he heard the sound of a window opening in the bathroom. He said he thought that the sound could be from an intruder who was now inside of his home. Oscar Pistorius, still on his stumps, moved back towards his bed to retrieve his gun, a 9mm pistol, which he always kept underneath his bed. He said he whispered to Reeva to call the police. Then he moved down the hallway with his back against the wall to give him a little bit better stability. Then he says he called for the person to get out of his house, and he once again yelled for Reeva to call the police. According to Oscar, he said that without his prosthetic legs, he felt particularly vulnerable in this situation up against a potential perpetrator. He thought he heard the sound of the bathroom door opening, and that's when he fired 4 shots in quick succession at the door. Next, he said he retreated back down the hallway towards his bedroom while still keeping his gun aimed at the bathroom just in case the perpetrator was still standing. The bedroom was dark as he hopped onto the bed. Oscar said he felt around for Reeva, who he expected to be lying in bed still, but she wasn't there. He assumed that she must be hiding at this point. Maybe she was under the bed or behind the curtains. However, as he looked around the room, he was able to see that she just wasn't there. She wasn't under the bed. She was not hiding behind the curtain. And that's when it hit him. Maybe she was in the bathroom.